Okay, so there was another game that Prometheus briefly mentioned a few minutes ago.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D Century Duels.
And once again, I'm going to let him talk for this one because he's the Yu-Gi-Oh nerd.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway,
That made no sense.
it's me. Um, you know, latest in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, notable in that it's one of the few actual console games that's an actual duel simulator where you actually play the card game. Other console games have tried to put a twist on it. Some work, some don't.
And other dual simulators have been on handheld
Yeah,
systems,
that's all
like
handheld.
like the like the PSP, which we're also going to get to later.
Um, but while it is fun, it is challenging. The AI is intelligent and uses top tier decks from real life. They left out a bunch of staples of the series that made things a lot more fair than they are now. Um, Most notably is there is no password system, which has been around for most of the video games. For those of you who don't know, every Yu-Gi-Oh card has an 8-digit password in the lower left-hand corner of the front of it. And with the games, you can enter the code and gain access to that card right then and there. Some games you have to purchase with points that you get from dueling in-game characters. Others that just give you the card, but the ones that just give you the card, it's a one-time deal. This doesn't have that, which makes the beginning very difficult regardless on your ability, because you get a deck that is very bad.
Pretty much a starter deck.
No, not even that, because a starter deck at least has a theme that you can go on. This is like a 12-year-old kid, because we all know only adults play children's card games. It's like a 12-year-old kid took a bunch of cards and slapped them together. When you're going up against decks that people use in tournaments in real life and and are successful in, it is very difficult in the beginning. Second of all, in quite a few of the games, you could purchase card packs in game to help get cards faster. Sometimes some games will give you a card at the end of each duel, and then you can go and use the points you earned from that duel to purchase a pack. This doesn't have that. It gives you out a number of cards related to the number of points you earned, and they're randomized. But with the amount of cards in this game, it's very difficult to get stuff that you want through this method. So right now, I'm working with a deck that I wouldn't even have touched when I started playing the game, as I do. Other than that, though, it's fun.
So, are we actually on motorcycles for this?
Nope. Which is weird because the latest DS game has a speed duel mode where you play the version that's on the motorcycles. The only difference is when they're on the motorcycles, you can't play field spells because the field spell Speed World is out. And basically, what it does is at the start of each player's turn, both players get a speed spell onto their copy of Speed World. And in order to play spells, you have to remove a certain number of speed spell counters. So yeah, I just totally alienated the people who were brave enough to watch this video.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm going to put a warning in the description for this video.
Awesome.
And for this part, I'm gonna put something in the title of this part that will kind of tip off that
Yeah.
you might want to skip this part
If you don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh.
if you really don't care.
The thing is, we rarely get these console games that are just direct duel simulators. So
This is the one that I've heard.
there are a couple. I know there was one for the. I know there was one for the PS2. That's pretty much it. I pre online gaming really didn't have too many like that. I'm hoping to see an influx of just classic dual simulators for consoles now that you can play online. So now you can play against people,
Yeah.
which is what the what do I want to say? The lure of the handheld provided, because you could actually, it provided the appropriate medium to play the game with someone else, so
Yep.
that you don't end up looking at their cards.
Exactly. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
About this particular game,
Yeah.
no, not really. It takes heavily from 5Ds, which is pretty good, better than GX.
Pretty much anything is better than GX.
Yeah. God,
Even
GX.
even even the fake series that little Karibo came up with, Yu-Gi-Oh! DMX.
DMX. The crap.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind
Sorry,
of.
folks. We cannot talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! For longer than 5 minutes without throwing in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged reference.
It's kind of required to at least know a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged and Yu-Gi-Oh! Circles. The Abridged series are huge, because he popularized it with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, although Dragon Ball Z's kind of taken up the mantle of the best out there, and I know there are Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged fanatics who are like, everybody who makes an Abridged series after Little Karibo's copy him. That's why I made Helsing with an Attitude. I'm not copying Little Karibo. I'm copying Jbizzo here.
Yep. Which has pretty much been dropped.
Who cares at this point?
Who cares at this point?
Inside jokes.
That no one ever gets, so we throw them in anyway.
I wish there was some way to pronounce ST5ILL.
No, it's just one L.
Oh, 1L. Okay. I was tired when I typed it. I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I'm always tired.
So that's Yu-Gi-Oh! On 360, everybody.
Woo. The cards look nice though in the HD.
HD cards, oh my god.
I can talk to my friends through Xbox Live while throwing down a face down. There's my GX reference of the day.
Get your game on!
Are we just gonna sit here and come up with Yu-Gi-Oh references now?
I couldn't resist.
Well, one thing, there's an episode where this magician guy traps Yugi with like leg manacles, and he's about to cut off his legs with a buzzsaw. Instead, 4Kids changed it to buzzsaws that send your soul to hell.
Why the fuck would 4Kids change it to that?
Because they set up the whole Shadow Realm mythos
Yeah.
that it's like an imprison that tortures souls, whereas in the actual tradition canon, it's just where they fight. It's just where they play the damn card game, and that's it. Nothing more.
Yeah.
It might have some mental effects, but it doesn't send your soul to hell.
It's like you'll be sent to the Shadow Realm. Ooh. Ah, whatever.
Which makes it all the funnier when they didn't censor the from like a really early part where where they had the whole dual platforms rather than just the arm disc thing. And this guy had installed flamethrowers into it. So there are jokes that it was Shadow Realm fire. Shadow Realm fire. That sounds like it would make a really cool metal song. That'd be a great name for a band. Ooh. Sons of Icarus has some competition. Dude, I freaking named our trivia team at Old Chicago Sons of Icarus.
Because why the hell not?
That was the only one that was actually tasteful, too. There were such gems as Chris Henson is a cockblock. That's pretty much the only one I feel comfortable saying. And we were at Old Chicago. I was like, what the hell?